This is a Swiss Tech Lodern kit. It is available from Walmart for about $29.95, I believe. Some of them it's in, some of them it isn't. They may be in all of them now. I had to order this one from their site, which they'll send it to your house easily enough. But this is what it is. Nice presentation box. If you're looking to give it as a gift, it's unusual that you'll find anything for 30 bucks that has this much stuff in it that is somewhat decent kit. It's not top of the line. It's not anything I would consider super expensive, but it does work. Well, everything else I've tried works, and it works pretty good. This one, not sure yet. Just got it in, was looking at it. Comes in with a knife that is partially serrated, has a 1-inch serrated edge on it, finger groove, jimping on the back. They say G10 scales, but no, I don't know. For the price, maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. I can't really tell by feel. It's a nice thin little blade, which I happen to like. If it was an actual, didn't have the serrations in it, I'd like it a lot better. Fire cord on the back. Nice hard sheath, FRN they say. You can switch this around so you can carry it on your belt horizontally or vertically. Depends on how you like it. This kit comes in with this. It has a Tinder scraper or grater, a blow tube. It's extendable. Spark wheel that has a compartment inside that you can actually put, I don't know what they call them. I used to call them Tinder tabs. That's what I know them from back in the day. I'm sure they'll squeal about that because it's probably a copyrighted name, but it's all the same sort of thing. Change your flint out there, which takes a Zippo flint. Just unscrew that relatively easily. O-ring sealed, so you could actually carry a little bit of char cloth or something in there if you wanted to. Extra flints for this, which is always a big plus. I haven't got it, but gonna. You have your mag rod and ferrocium rod, and when you get all this mess put together, we won't put that collapse that back up yet just because. Then you have 3 more with the Tinder tabs, fire tabs, well, I don't know what they call them, in there, which I'm guessing that'll fit and hold in there rather nicely, which gives you room for a bigger ferrocium rod if you want it, which I personally would, a Zippo or a Bic lighter, which is a must for any kit, and you can get those anywhere. Bic lighter, Zippo, Bic. I prefer Bic over Zippo just because of the fuel thing evaporating off. Is my first go-to. I don't care what it is, that's the first go-to. Everything else is so much harder. Just give that Bic a flick and off you go. But if you don't have it, runs out of fuel, like anything else. If you're in a bad spot, it's gonna go bad, and it's gonna go bad in more ways than one. So you have your knife to set up other stuff. You can set up your Tinder with it, which is a good thing. It's been raining here, so we'll see how this goes. I can already tell that that bark is wet. We've had a lot of unpleasantness, but that's what the Tinder tabs are for. And you can get down into some bigger stuff. If I look around, I can find some drier stuff. I didn't find it really all that necessary. And a lot of people like the serrated edge. I really despise them. Never have liked them. I can remember when they started gaining popularity back in the day, and I thought they sucked then. They were good for cutting rope, and that was pretty much it. But the knife does cut pretty well. And it's AUS 8 is what they say it is. It's got a really good edge, as you can tell. It's taken hair. Granted, my hair is just growing back after I got pretty well completely shaved down for the hospital, which didn't impress me a whole lot, but you know, that allowed me to be here and interact with you fine folks, which makes me happier. Oh, but there we go. There's setting up the tinder pile. The magnesium and ferrocium block is kind of handy. This is just a simple grater, and it's got fairly small teeth on it. The easy way for me probably to run this yeah, I see it coming out now. Good. I'm not sure how long these teeth will hold up. The way they've got them set up, they shouldn't flatten out too easily. I've run across some of these cheaper ones that you can see where it's eating that off there. I think this is a maple stick that's pretty hard. Oh, look at that. That is fine, fine shavings. So those shavings are almost small enough, you could probably grind off a little bit of the Zippo flint in here to get a little gray on that and get it going just off the ignition of that if this is dry enough. But that is a hard plastic case on this. So, and the other thing is in the kit you can easily add folded up char cloth in here, and it'd protect it from getting all smashed up. Little baggie full of it, and then you could just push it out as you need it. So this basic kit could easily be expanded out into something that was really, really nice. Add some more tactical string that has the fire cord in it. You know, whatever suits your fancy. The wax cord for the rope. You know, wax cotton rope, wax cotton cord. Add a bit of that in there. But you can see definitely how that is grinding that off. So that's kind of impressive. I didn't figure, tell you the truth, I didn't figure this would last as well. That's why I kind of went for this harder stick. If I'd had some Osage here, I'd have used it, because it's a good test on that. But so far this is holding up a lot better than I expected it to. It holds up. It's still got good teeth on it. I think those teeth last quite a while, just the way they're set. They're not stuck up real high, so they smash down real easy. But for 30 bucks, I'm actually kind of impressed. Okay, so we'll slide that bit back. Let's see if I can take out this. I'm wondering how hard this magnesium rod is, or bar. Some of these are wicked hard, others are not. The spine on this is not sharp enough to run a ferrocium rod, so if you put a ferrocium rod in the kit, make sure you've got a good sharpener. But in between the jimping, it seems to be hard enough that it'll take off this magnesium block. Usually magnesium's pretty soft. I mean, you get harder in there, like the Harbor Freight blocks are hard as woodpecker lips for magnesium. The stuff you get from firesteel.com and stuff is pretty dead soft. Granted, you want a little bit bigger pile than that, but I'm wanting to see what we can get with this. Well, I guess it will with the jimping. There it goes. Get that magnesium going a little bit. Yeah, there you have a coal forming up. You could easily keep that going. Okay, that's kind of impressive right there. I didn't think the back of that spine was going to do that, because it does not feel sharp enough. Okay, there's that. Now we'll go this route. Has a nice little arrow, tells you which way to spin it. So if you grind some of that off of there, and that the trick is just turning it slow enough to grind some of that off. I can see it flashing, but it won't quite do it. Okay, so then you carve you off a little stick of what you got to get forward enough to if you take a small stick and stick in the back of here, you can almost make a match. Let me see if I can find. Toothpick, if you got one handy, anything along that line. You want to flare those out to get them lit. You have to expose the fluff. And you can actually, I don't know if we got a, that stick isn't hard enough. Nope. Not gonna do it. That's pretty steep nose on that. It doesn't want to hook in very well. This stick isn't gonna cut it, so we'll just call that good. I'm tired of messing with it. Put that back together to make it easier to hang on to. It'll work without it. Make sure you get that pulled open so you expose the fibers nicely. Then you'll get it burning. Get your fire burning. Then you can blow that out and use it for another day. No point in wasting your resources, especially if you have to have them long term. You don't know how long you're going to be stuck. You don't know how many fires you're going to need. And you only have a limited amount of resources until you can figure out, and this is definitely a resource, the sparker, which that's why I would add more flints in there, because the life of your flint is the life of your little piece of equipment. The knife should last you quite a long time. The blow tube, nice soft end so you don't get stuck on your lips in the cold. And it pulls down to a fairly small hole, which it should, seeing it collapses up completely like that. All in all, this is a nice little kit. For what it is, you could even fit a small fishing kit in here if you want. I mean, this is a nice pouch. It sets up everything in there. Like I said, back here you can put another ferrocium rod, or slip this back here, put a ferrocium rod in here, with a striker, and I'd run a ceramic striker just because I like those better. Zippo lighter, tucked in back here, taped up, taped up with a little bit of something under the little lever so it doesn't off gas on you. And you can see just how much room you have in here. Put char cloth in here, like I said, in a bag, and you're good to go there. Knife carries here on your belt or hook it in your gear. And there you have it. The Lodern kit from Walmart. It's a whole 30 bucks or less, and a little bit less. And if you watch, you might find it on sale. I'm not saying you will, but there it is. Prices are good, and it's decent kit for what it is. I'm truly shocked at their stuff. It's come up in quality quite a lot. Some of their blades are really nice, and they'd make good entry-level stuff for sure. This is Odin's Wolf Survival. Thank you for watching. Have a glorious day. Like, subscribe, and share.